you can still pop it out. Okay. Alright, now we're cooking with fire here. Now we're cooking with fire. Alright, folks. The Bethesda said that their pre-show was going to start at 5:15. It's now 3 minutes to 5:30, so I would say this is not much of a pre-show. But I'm hoping it gets better, you know? Like a bad high school experience. I hope it gets better. Oops. You know what we'll do? You know what we will do? Oops, not you. You. Alright. Hey, we got some viewers. Welcome. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. So far, it's not much of a show here. So they're going to do a pre-show. It's not really a pre-show. This is just pictures of that guy and that girl. And that guy. And that guy. That guy's got a tattoo. You guys got any tattoos? You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Alright. Let's see if he's replying. Alright. You guys got any expectations for this show? This press conference? I do not. Well, I expect to see Doom Eternal, that Wolfenstein game. They already said that they're not going to show the Elder Scrolls 6, I think. Or they said they're not going to show Starlink. Something like that. Something like that. Oh, it's getting hot. All right, here we go. Here we go. Show's begun. I guess they just bailed on this pre-show nonsense. You guys got a nice pair of cat ears at home? Like an Ariana Grande? Or a anime chick? They're just blatantly saying it, like, screw the rating. Who dreams about being a UI programmer? I don't know. I guess some people's brains are wired for that. Like, yeah, I've always wanted to design a UI. Can't hear? Let me see. You can't hear it. Oh, it's here. Hold on. How about now? Can you hear it now? Here, check it. How about now? All this time, I wonder if nobody could really hear it. They're showing Dishonored. I wonder if they're gonna... I don't know, they're showing lots of games that they haven't really talked about in a while. Like old games. Alright, Naki, I cranked it up a little bit more. Lower it now? Okay, I can lower it.
Please welcome Bethesda's Senior Global Vice President of Marketing, Pete Hines.
He was just sitting there the whole time. That slick mother shut your mouth. Look at that guy. He was just sitting there the entire time. Got that aisle seat and everything. I bet he gets an aisle seat in the airplanes too. You guys ever been on an airplane? Perfect time to have that conversation.
Thank you very much. How are you? Feel good?
Doing alright. I gotta go back to work tomorrow
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank everyone watching around the world to tuning in to watch our 5th annual E3 showcase.
though. 5th. Only been 5 years, huh? This is way bigger than they had last year.
To those
The
who love games,
auditorium's
who love
way
the
bigger.
incredible entertainment that games provide. This past year, you fought demons on Mars and Nazis in America. You were assassins in the Empire, adventurers in Tamriel, and survivors. A lot of those. And survivors in the Wasteland.
That's Bethesda employees.
On these amazing adventures
In the
on
Wasteland.
PC, console, VR,
No,
mobile,
that's
or
they're talking about.
wherever
I think they're talking about Fallout
and however
76.
you choose to play. And that's the key. You take the worlds that we create and you make them yours. You share your experiences with other players, with friends, and with family. With our games, you've built large global communities that truly matter. This year, we want to give special recognition to the extraordinary Bethesda community. As you saw in our opening video, you mean everything to us. I've almost been at this company.
You guys think that they're gonna apologize for Fallout 76?
When I first started,
Real talk. I don't know if Cool Man's here. Somebody's here. Got a couple people here so far. Hey, yo, and always, feel free to share the link. I want as many people here as possible.
Moderating the community forums, chatting with you, and keeping you up to date on our games. It was a great way to start my career at Bethesda because it was the perfect reminder of why we do what we do. And like so many others at Bethesda, I've spent a lot of time with you at events around the world. I've enjoyed meeting so many of you and getting your thoughts and feedback. So tonight, we'll be taking time throughout the show to hear directly from some of you in the Bethesda community.
They're gonna read mean YouTube comments.
To show our fans the
I did that on the podcast. I read mean YouTube comments on an episode a few weeks
some
back.
Exciting new games, and we'll go deep on Doom Eternal.
Hey, Doom Eternal. I'm excited about that one. You guys looking forward to Doom Eternal? Last Doom is dope. It's just dope.
If you're ready, let's
It's
kick
old
it off.
school
And to get an
gameplay.
update from our friends at one of the most
Modern
celebrated
coat of
development
paint.
studios in the world, Bethesda Game Studios. Please welcome studio head and my good friend, Todd Howard.
Todd Howard. People are saying, let's just say they should provide refunds for Fallout 76 and Fallout. They should. They should get on stage right now and say, everybody who bought Fallout 76 should be expecting $60
Thank you.
returned to them.
Great to see everybody.
It's a good idea.
We have had an incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios. Given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here.
Ha! Ah, he's acknowledging it.
Actually, over the last year, we've had over 60 million players in our games, our most ever. And it's all of you who have made these worlds what they are. Take Fallout 76.
Yeah, Naki, Doom Eternal is already confirmed for Switch. So I imagine it'll run similarly to the just Doom 2016 on Switch, which I have. I have it on PS4 and Switch, and it runs just fine on Switch. 30 frames, but it's still really good. And I like the gyro controls. He's talking about Fallout 76 here. He's acknowledging the hate.
The team kept working on it, and you kept playing it. And through all of that, something amazing has happened. It's thanks to all of you. This game has one of the best online communities we've ever seen. We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want, and everybody's nice to each other. They don't go on killing griefing sprees. They leave food and water for the newbies and wave to each other. I don't know about you. This should give us all hope for humanity when the apocalypse does come. To you. And we have a lot more in store this year for Fallout 76. But first, our latest game, The Elder Scrolls Blades, is in early access. And thanks to all of you, it became our second straight #1 mobile game after Fallout Shelter. Absolutely incredible.
You guys excited about Elder Scrolls Blades?
And to tell you what's coming to Blades, let me introduce project leader Craig Lafferty and art director Matt Carafano.
All right. Thanks, Todd. It's great to be here at E3. And thanks again to all of you for making Blades #1.
As someone who's worked on the Elder Scrolls for 20 years, it's been incredible to bring this world to your phones.
How into mobile gaming are you guys?
We still love those classic dungeon crawlers.
I play them every now and then. Last one I played was the South Park
And whether you're exploring a dungeon or
mobile
rebuilding your
game.
town, it's great to be able to do it
The thing
wherever you are.
I mean, there's lots I don't like
Since
about
it's
mobile
E3,
gaming,
We're releasing our biggest update yet.
but the biggest thing is that
All
one of the
new
biggest things is that it's a
jobs and
battery
solo
hog.
arena
It just
An
drains your
all-new
battery like a
custom jewelry
sponge.
system. And
Ooh, a custom jewelry
brand new
system.
Dragon Quest line. It has even more, but best of all, it's coming out tonight.
Oh my gosh! These are employees. Employees!
So, download free tonight and give it a
I
try.
got that front row seating.
And we're also hard at work on our arena mode for this fall that'll feature PvP, your own guilds, and visiting your friends' towns. But most exciting this year, we're also bringing Blades to an all-new platform, Switchblades.
Mobile game coming to Switch here. Well, they got it in widescreen. I guess that's a plus. Switchblades. I'm not a big fan of all these mobile games on Switch. I'm not. Nintendo. I mean, this is like a high-end mobile game, but there's so much crap on the eShop. There's a lot of good stuff on the eShop, but you have to wade through a lot of crap. And it's Nintendo acting like Valve does with Steam, which is they just let everything out there, and it becomes a sea of crap. There's just a lot of bullshit on the eShop. And it's sometimes you'll see some bullshit
Blades is coming
like
this
on the
fall to
top
Nintendo
sellers
Switch,
because it was
and
sold
yes,
so it
it's
was on
still free.
90% sales. 90% off sale, I should say.
Blades is the perfect fit for this.
You don't
Switch.
like the game on
You can
mobile.
play on
Yeah.
the go, on
Me
your
neither,
TV,
man.
And with motion
Me neither.
controls. But best of all, it's
Generally.
cross-play and cross-progression with the mobile version. So you can
I did play that color
So you
game
can
for a little
start
bit.
tonight on mobile, and all your progress will carry over. And it's playable here at E3 in our booth and Nintendo's.
Yeah.
Cross progression's always good. I like cross progression, but I'm not a
And
big
for those of you
mobile.
playing on mobile, we also have some
gamer
special rewards
at all.
for both our Apple and Google players
It's
this
full of
week.
gotcha shit.
So
It's
download
all
tonight
about
and let us know what you
this.
think.
It's all about
Thanks
this.
again.
It's all about collecting gems and whatever BS currency that they create
Now,
and
let me introduce
timing you out
Jeff
from
and
playing the
Tom
game.
to tell you what's coming to Fallout 76.
Hi, I'm Project Leader
Talk about
Jeff
Fallout
Gardner.
76.
And
He's
I'm
laughing about
co-studio
it.
director Tom Mustaine.
On behalf of everyone at Bethesda Game Studios, we want to thank the millions of
Oh, I
you
thought he
who
was gonna
have
say
played
we're
with us,
sorry.
stuck with us.
Oh, I thought he was
helped
gonna say
shape
we're
the
sorry.
world of Fallout 76.
He didn't apologize. Come on, you still got time to apologize. Like he says, I just play PS1 games on
It's
mobile
incredible
sometimes
what
when
the
I do
game
not
has
have my...
become.
Well, see, you're still
You've
playing an
told
actual
us
console game on
how
your
much
phone.
you've loved
I don't
this
like
year's updates so
touchscreen
far,
buttons
from camp
or
building,
touchscreen joysticks,
legendary
period.
weapons, player vending, and of course, the dreaded sheep squatch.
Hey,
We've
cool,
also
man.
been
Glad to have you,
working on
man.
our biggest update yet. It's called Wastelanders, and it will fundamentally change the game.
It's been some time since Vault 76 opened its door.
A refund. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, does it?
Appalachia isn't quite what it used to be. We encountered a lot of things. Overcame a lot of things. I don't think any of us expected for people to actually come back.
Are you from that vault? Can you help us? We've traveled pretty far. Heard there's hope here in Appalachia. Folk rebuilding, fighting back.
You know, it's funny when I'm watching these shows. There's I noticed that there's a lot of games where I say like I've never played this series before, and Fallout is one of them. Although I think I got the original Fallout for free about a year or so ago, so I should play it. But it's nothing like this. Yeah, cool, man. I've heard nothing but bad things about Fallout 76, but maybe it's good now. I remember hearing that Bethesda said they would support it forever, and then the game immediately got terrible impressions and terrible reviews. So I honestly thought that they'd give it minimal discussion this year, but to their credit, they are actually still trying. They just should have never released it in the state that they did.
Right. That's right. Human NPCs are coming to Fallout 76.
That's what people are so excited about. Finally, the chance to
Not
talk to a
just
fake
NPCs,
person.
But a full quest line, new rewards, and as you saw, full dialogue trees.
Ooh, dialogue trees. Love them dialogue trees.
This is a
It's a good chance for me to
long-term
plug
story we're
Katana
telling. Year one
0
was
on
about
Switch and
the vault
PC.
doors opening
There's
and
dialogue
all of
trees
you
there.
settling the
And that's a
wasteland.
good game.
Year 2 is about people coming back to reclaim it.
Tell me some.
Like previous Fallout games, these characters
there.
have their own stories and goals. It's up to you to choose how to interact with them and live with those consequences.
So you never played the Fallout series
The
either.
Wastelanders
Yeah.
update is coming this fall
I don't know.
and will be free.
It's definitely
all
for
Fallout
some people.
76 players.
It better be free. Can you imagine? They say, oh, it's only going to cost $40. That'd be the biggest middle finger.
And in the spirit of free, we're doing something special just for E3. Fallout 76 is going to have a free trial for everyone starting tomorrow.
They got to get people on board. It's probably a smart move.
That's right. That's right. It's
All
the
of this is a
perfect
smart move.
time
It's the
to
only
see
way
what
to
Fallout 76
bring the.
and its
It's
growing
they need
community
a
have become.
some kind of
We
shot to bring
can't
this
wait
game
to
back.
Welcome all of you, and because so many of you are going to be joining us, we thought we'd also give you a sneak peek this week at an all-new game mode. Check it out.
All new game mode, huh?
Your first test was making it to the vault. Now, your real trial begins. Currently, there is no overseer
that you
of
see in
Vault
here.
51. Perhaps you will be the one.
Nuclear winter. That's what I feel like right now. Like I'm in a nuclear winter. It's hot in
So I
SoCal.
have devised a unique process of elimination. A battle to the death is the only sure way to judge the superior.
Deathmatch?
This should prove interesting.
Fallout with a deathmatch. Again, I haven't played Fallout. Naki's played New Vegas. I haven't played Fallout, but Deathmatch is not something I think was a part of it before now. Can this engine handle this stuff, like, quickly? I could be talking out of my ass, because again, I haven't played this. I just know Bethesda games for being buggy as hell. Which this, by all accounts, Fallout 76 is one of the buggiest Fallout games they've ever released. Probably one of the buggiest games they've ever released, period.
There can only be one overseer. Good luck.
52-player battle royale. I really want to like battle royale. I just can't get into it like I can with the quicker
Fuck yeah, we
multiplayer.
Put a battle royale
Whoa,
in
dropping
Fallout 76.
F-bombs. Dropping F-bombs right in your own
Nuclear Winter
official press
is a battle
conference.
royale born from the Fallout universe. From power armor to perk cards, from camp building to contending with wasteland creatures, and of course, my personal favorite, nukes. It's a great free addition to an already huge game. We love playing it, and we think you will too.
Nukes were a mistake in Modern Warfare 2. 25 kills in a row, you get a nuke. Eliminates everybody in the map.
Check out the sneak peek
I think it was a
and let us
mistake.
know what you think. Remember, all of Fallout 76, including Nuclear Winter, is free to try this
He
week
pronounces
on all
nuclear,
platforms.
like George W. Bush. Excuse me while I eat a chip.
So jump in tomorrow. We can't wait to see you.
Thanks again.
Let me mute myself while I eat this chip.
Everything we've talked about that's coming this year is free. We get to represent
Like every
hundreds
game battle
of
royale.
passionate developers across.
Yeah, they're about a year
studio
late with that,
locations
right?
in
Last
North
year was the
America working
E3 of
on
Battle
multiple
Royale.
projects.
Call of
Yes,
Duty,
we're still
Battlefield,
hard at work on our next-gen RPGs, Starfield,
Minecraft.
and of course,
Everybody wanted to do a Battle
Elder
Royale.
Scrolls 6.
Oh, he mentioned Elder Scrolls. You're just not going to show it, is what he
We
said.
know how precious these game worlds are to all of you, and they are to us. We know the time you spend in them is important. Keep telling us what you love, what you'd like to see us do better. Thank you again, everybody, for your support, but really, even more so, want to thank everybody for believing in us. Thank you.
Hey, it's kind of putting words in my mouth, but
Please welcome the founder
you're welcome.
of Tango Gameworks, Mr. Shinji Mikami.
Whoa, this guy's all over the place, man. I'm gonna be honest, I confused him with the other guy who did the George R.R. Martin thing earlier today.
Hello.
Make everything free with gambling. That's right. That's right. This industry is cynical,
I'd like to
man.
start by greeting my team in Tokyo. It's
Konnichiwa.
Monday morning there, but they are watching.
Konnichiwa.
みんなおはようございます。
Or
今日真面目にやるよ。
he's getting subtitled in Tokyo.
Tonight, I am excited to announce the next game from Tango.
Tango.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
That's why he singled out Tokyo, I guess, huh?
It is an action-adventure game in which you will fight paranormal enemy and rid the city of supernatural evil. I think you'll love it.
He has no idea what he said.
To tell you more about Ghostwire Tokyo, here is creative director at Tango, Ikumi Nakamura.
Yay! Number one.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, so many people. Wow, thank you. ありがとうございます。
Arigato.
And such a big
It's so different
stage
than what
makes me nervous.
Japanese
I try my
audiences
best to
get when they
speak in
go
English.
present, because they don't clap, or they barely clap. They're very quiet. And she said, I barely speak English.
We are making a new kind of action adventure game. It's spooky. But not the survival horror game that we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why. You will encounter conspiracies and the occult. You have to explore
Arigato,
the
Naki.
world.
Arigato, cool
Face
man.
challenges
Arigato,
to
other
uncover the
listeners.
truth and save humanity. In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous, some peaceful, and survivors that each have their stories. You will need to ask yourself, it is normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office. Just
She's doing
kidding.
okay.
Just kidding,
I would
just
imagine it's very difficult to
We are
speak in front of a bunch of
very
people
excited. Let's take
in a
a
language that you don't really speak.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The other chick in the Microsoft conference, she was definitely nervous as hell. This is Tokyo. This is Tokyo presenting Tokyo. It's depressing. I read something the other... Oh, shit. It's like the Rapture. This is interesting. I kind of like this. Kind of like this so far. I read something the other day about people protesting the need to wear suits in Japan for work. Because think about it. Lots of guys are wearing suits. Green Arrow. It's kind of dope so far. I ain't seen no gameplay, but digging the vibe. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice transition. It's so Japanese, but it's dope. They're embracing it. I like that.
Don't fear the unknown. Attack it.
We don't know anything about the gameplay, but the presentation is dope. Yeah, you know what, Naki? When we first went on stage, I was thinking like, oh, so it's like Death Stranding, but it's probably nothing like it gameplay wise.
I'm not
but
playing Bethesda
interesting.
games. I work as a mechanical engineer.
I work in a hospital. I used to work with kids.
I'm an electrician.
I'm an event planner.
In real life, I'm a systems administrator.
Program assistant for a private school for children with autism.
I'm trying to be an artist. I like to think of myself as one.
Make like back-end systems that it's really boring.
Her makeup's a little
Maybe
running.
permanently or temporarily and full-time streamer.
I got a YouTube channel. I make my own yarn.
I'm a social worker.
Teaching inmates.
I'm a game developer working at a video game cafe.
I've been a Doom fan since the game came out. I remember being in the 8th grade and a buddy of mine giving me the shareware demo on 3.5-inch floppy disk.
Shareware, which y'all know about shareware.
And I took his copy and played it when he wasn't home.
Fallout 4. Oh, my gosh, that's like my baby.
The scope of that game was just like a lot bigger than things I was used to.
Just setting foot in Shimmering, the first city that you go to in Somerset, it was amazing.
You would look out and you'd be like, oh, I want to go there. And then you could go there, which was wild.
Go out into the world, go in any direction that you want to go.
The exploration and the weirdness and the alienness of it.
Do y'all feel this connection with your Bethesda games?
It was one of my first experiences with a fantasy world.
She got the whole costume going on.
Immersive.
They just grab her from Comic-Con and say, yo, Hey, you want to be in a
Take down
video?
dragon, you can definitely take down any illness.
Don't ever stop adding dragons to your game. Add dragons to Fallout.
I was just
Dragons
thinking,
to Rage.
Bethesda really
Add
likes some
to
dragons.
everything.
Dragons are cool, I guess.
Mecha dragons. More dragons.
Mecha Dragons, that's Metroid territory, buddy. It's called Ridley.
Studio director at ZeniMax Online Studios.
It's MMORPG time. As I ranted in the last stream, I don't care for MMORPGs. I'm not a big fan. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about for the next 5 minutes, I'm all ears.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone. Wow. Thank you. And
yeah.
I just want to shout out to our friend Greg there, the one in the video that really loves dragons. I'm happy to say, Greg, The Elder Scrolls Online has dragons.
How y'all like your salsa? I like it hot.
Right now,
I'm gonna eat another chip, fair warning, and I'm gonna mute it. So unless you guys are really into the ASMR thing, if you are, I will leave this unmuted. But I'm gonna take your silence as a please mute.
Tonight's focus on the community resonates with me and everyone at ZeniMax Online Studios because ESO literally would not exist without you. Watching you play the game, streaming, telling stories, hearing your feedback, we understand that you are the most important part of the world of Tamriel. Thank you. Thank you for making ESO the extraordinary adventure it is today.
Where do ghosts come from?
The past year has been a huge success for ESO.
That's a loaded question, Naki. Here, I will. I'm gonna be me, okay? I'm gonna lower this volume while they're talking about Elder Scrolls Online. Where do ghosts come from? Well, Sony's got the Ghosts of Tsushima coming out. God knows when. They showed it like what, a year ago. No talk about it since. So ghosts come from Sony Studios, I guess. Cool Man's got a more literal answer. He says they come from people who died. You guys excited about the new Necromancer class? Y'all afraid of ghosts? Since the 1980s, I ain't been afraid of no ghosts. How's he gonna spoil the cliffhanger? Alright guys, I'll raise the volume for you if you care about spoiling the cliffhanger. That's a cat. That's a cat riding a horse. Can you believe that? That's a cat riding a horse. Now I've seen everything. Should never ate that chip. Now I got a hot salsa addiction going on here. It's a cat riding a horse shooting at a dragon. I bet you that horse is thinking, why can't I ride the cat while I shoot at the dragon? Coolman says, I read about haunted places before, but never encountered a ghost. What's the threshold for encountering a ghost, you know? Is it a door slamming on its own? Dang, Naki with the hard questions. He says, does Satan exist? Damn. What do you think, Naki? Does Satan exist? Is that guy Satan? It's a skeleton man fighting a dragon. I'm assuming it's a man. You know? I don't see skeletitties. That guy's using his sword like a... Was that a sword? He's using it like a gun. Maybe it's a wand. Let's see, here's my issue. Is that these MMORPGs these trailers like this always make the game look so much more exciting than it is. The reality is, it's them going like this, watching little numbers slowly degrade the dragon, and the dragon firing at you, and then, oh, we're gonna use potions, and back to this. Now it's the dragon's turn. I just get bored as hell with these things. But this is fun. The trailer's fun. He said, I don't know, that's why I'm asking you. Does Satan exist? Well, Satan's never told me he existed. All of this stuff is it's beyond comprehension, you know? You get into some real interesting, scary levels when you start talking about this, when you start asking these questions. The cat's gonna do something. Oh shit, the cat is dragging its blade through the dragon's wing. Damn, it just like sliced through that dragon wing. I went indoor skydiving, and the slightest adjustment while you're in the air completely changes your movement in the air. Cool Man says, my dad and uncle encountered 2 legendary ghosts that people talk about in their country. Who are the ghosts? Not that I would know, I guess, but... Like he says, the cat meows to the dragon. He's nodding at the cat like, yeah, we are friends. People are cheering like they know who that guy is. That's a panther. I guess it's not just a cat. It's a panther that walks on 2 legs. Because if you did that to a regular panther, if you said, hey, we're going to force your back this way and make your arms go this way, and now you have to walk and run on 2 legs, that panther would be in excruciating pain.
That's right, another cliffhanger.
That guy's excited.
You may have
He's
recognized the
hyped.
return of Sai Sahan, the legendary Red Guard Swordmaster. He's the legendary Red Guard Swordmaster you met as part of
Sai.
the original 5 companions.
That must be who
the
people
leader
were
of the
cheering for.
Dragon Guard, a group
Woo,
of
Dragon
men and
Guard.
warriors you've seen in other Elder Scrolls.
Did y'all watch
He'll be featured in our 4th
Game of
story
Thrones?
DLC named Dragonhold.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you. That was disappointing, wasn't it?
The season of the Dragon. We've got a lot more to share about
That's
the return of
disappointing.
Sai and the Dragon Guard, which will unveil at QuakeCon later this summer.
Naki, you hitting hard with the real questions. He said, do you like the education system, Chris? What education system are you referring to? The American education system? These guys are hyped over some scale breaker.
Thank you so much for your support of the Elder Scrolls Online. We're humbled by your enthusiasm.
Which education system are you
Your
talking about,
enthusiasm
Naki?
for the game motivates us every day. You guys are seriously awesome. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But I have something else to talk about. The Elder Scrolls Online isn't the only game in development at ZeniMax Online Studios. We have several other projects, one of which we're ready to reveal tonight.
Tonight.
And to tell us all about it is the game's creative director, Kira Schlitt.
Don't call her Schlitt. Yes, wherever you live, education system. Our education system is a mixed bag. You can have really good education with expensive private schools, or if you live in a good area code or zip code, you can have really good education public system. But generally speaking, it depends on where you live. If you're in the like the South, for example, Alabama or Georgia, you probably aren't getting great public education at all. New York, you might be, but it might be slanted. California, same. But it's a huge mixed bag. Whatever state you live in, it could be good, it could be pretty good, or it could be awful. It's a spectrum for sure. America is a huge country. I like the animation style on this. I don't give a fuck. That is an old name. Universities, that's a whole mixed bag itself.
So there's a new branch on Commander
For-profit
Keen's family
colleges.
tree, and they're heading to iOS and Android. If you're
Yeah.
hearing about Commander Keen for the first time,
Sucks.
it was one of the first PC
I thought it was gonna
action
be a
games created by id
indie-style
Software in the early
Switch,
90s.
PS4, Xbox, PC game, not Android and iOS.
It starred boy genius Billy Blaze, whose alter ego Commander Keen protected Earth. All of us at ZeniMax Online Studios want to give a really big thanks to our friends at id for trusting us to deliver our modern take on this classic game. So, tonight, as we introduce Commander Keen to a new generation of players, we're also introducing the next generation of heroes. Meet Billy. And Billy. Twin geniuses who follow in their famous father's footsteps. The new commanders are, of course, funny and powerful, but the game is also full of enemies, allies, and some really bad guys. The twins.
Cool Man says, my dad heard the legendary ghost called La Carreta Chillona, La Carreta Chillona, and my uncle encountered La Sijuanaba.
And try saying that 5 times fast.
Can't say I know
The
them.
twins go on adventures in story mode, which tells some of the classic Commander Keen tales, as well as
What were those
a whole
encounters
bunch
like?
of brand new ones.
Naki says, I really hate to hear iOS and Android. Yeah, especially with this. I thought this was going to be a cool game. And I'm obviously really dismissing it. Well, now that I look at it, I feel justified dismissing it. But I did dig the trailer beforehand. I thought it was going to be something completely different than this.
And claim the flag to gain ultimate victory.
The trailer is so much better. It's like the intro for a 90s TV show, where the intro was where like half the budget went for that show. So the animation was so much better. The animation, the music, it was just all better than what you got in the show. The show's budget was just like shrank, and you were suddenly looking at something very inferior to the intro itself.
We really can't wait to kick some asteroid with you all. Thanks.
Just felt kind of weird saying that.
Thank you, Kira. At Bethesda, we, like you, love mobile games. In addition to Blades and
La
the
Carreta
upcoming Commander
Chillona.
Keen, millions of you have enjoyed Fallout Shelter, which has now reached over 150 million downloads and counting. For fans of collectible
This game's
card
on
games who
Switch
want the
too.
Elder Scrolls Legends
Have you
for
guys
mobile,
played it?
so you could experience
It's on
the Elder
mobile and
Scrolls
Switch, I
in a
think.
new
It might be
way.
on PS4. I don't know.
This year,
I think
the
it's just
Legends
mobile and
community
Switch.
has continued to grow thanks to a lot of upgrades, new features, and new content. It's a great experience for a night of gaming or a quick match over a cup of coffee.
Furries love this stuff, man. Naki asked, do you drink energy drinks, Chris? Occasionally. Occasionally I do. Normally when I have to work early, I'm a night owl, so I tend to fall asleep late. And so if I have to try to go to bed early, I usually fail at that. So I'll get very little sleep. And usually during those days, I will buy an energy drink. I'm not somebody that drinks them every day, though. And even when I buy one, if it's like a monster, like the bigger cans, I won't drink the whole thing. A smaller Red Bull, I'll drink the whole thing. Oh, really highlighting the awesomeness of mobile gaming. mobile games, playing a mobile game is never like it is in these trailers and commercials, is it? They always make it seem so much more interesting. Look at the weird handful of claps, because the people that are actually clapping are like clapping above their heads. Like they were instructed to do it that way.
Looking for something that provides a little deeper challenge, you can download Legends for free on the App Store and begin playing tonight.
Or maybe like they help make the game.
Next expansion, Moons of Elsewhere, will be available on June 27th for PC, Mac, mobile, and tablet. You can head over to Bethesda.net to get a glimpse at the new cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping. Now, speaking of new content, 3 weeks ago, we released Rage 2, and now Insanity Rules.
People like that game. You guys play Rage 2? Remember them showing it, highlighting it, E3 last year.
Around the world. But we wanted to do more than just deliver a critically acclaimed open-world shooter. We've already added community challenges that reward you just for having fun in the wasteland, and we've got a lot more planned with new features rolling out this week. The world of Rage 2 will become even more unpredictable and even more insane. Take a look.
Chris, what do you love the most? That's a very open-ended question, man. That's a very open-ended question, man. I guess I love my wife the most. We're talking about games. I don't know. I tend to... There's a lot I like gameplay-wise. I'm a very mixed bag, but I tend to gravitate towards Nintendo a lot. But there's a lot about Nintendo that can make me mad. A lot about Nintendo that can make me happy. But I like other companies, too. I like getting the full spectrum. Coleman says, never played Rage. I never played the first one either, and honestly, it didn't. I don't think it performed to expectations, so I kind of thought that they'd abandoned the IP, but they spent a long time. The first Rage had a long development history, if I remember correctly, so I guess they didn't want to just throw it all out the window. Rise of the Ghosts expansion. Naki, they got Ghosts. All this is very Mad Max. You guys see Mad Max Fury Road? If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Fantastic movie. Unlike anything you've ever seen before, if you haven't seen it. New cheats? They got cheats? A modern game with cheats?
I got a tremendous surprise for you all.
Insanity Rules. You think it's gonna be free, Naki? They didn't say that, did they? I didn't see that. Wolfenstein. It's one of the only other games I predicted them talking about, just because it hasn't come out yet. And they talked about it last year.
Hello, everyone. After liberating America from the Nazi scum in Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus...
Spoiler, dude. I haven't played it yet.
This year, we take you back to Europe with 2 new Wolfenstein games. First, we are bringing Nazi killing into virtual reality.
Woo!
With
Come to Oculus, dude. Come on.
Cyberpilot.
They've talked about this already.
As a hacker
Come to
working
Oculus.
for the French resistance,
That's what I got.
You will take control of Nazi war machines
Oculus.
and turn them against their creators. Cyberpilot will be available this July, and it's playable this week in our E3 booth.
I would play the hell out of this.
And if you have
They said everything in this show will be free. I don't think they did, dude.
But, as I said, we have 2 new Wolfenstein games. This summer, we are going to be launching Wolfenstein Youngblood.
That's the one, Youngblood. This summer.
With a a gameplay experience that is bigger than any previous Wolfenstein game. You will have more weapons and weapon upgrades than ever before, more ways to customize your playstyle, and, of course, even more evil Nazis to kill.
That lady ain't impressed.
And in Youngblood, you can kill those Nazis with a friend.
Co-op.
Yes, Wolfenstein is going co-op. Youngblood is set in the 1980s, 2 decades
1980s.
after the
Woo.
new Colossus. BJ Blazkowicz is missing in Nazi-occupied Paris, and it's up to his twin daughters, Jess and Soph, to track him down. In Youngblood, you
I was
can
born
play
in the
by
1980s.
yourself, or you can partner with a pal to double up on shooting, stabbing, and killing Nazis.
First time co-op, I think. It was the first time. Alright, let's check out the trailer. Let me raise the volume a little bit.
Paris. Nazi country. That's where Papa is, so that's where we're going.
We can find him. Together.
I may have an assignment suitable for 2 Nazi killers such as yourselves.
Damn, she's stabbing the hell out of him.
Let's do it, sis.
They look pretty different hair-wise, huh? This looks very, like almost Mirror's Edge-ish with guns. Just imagine showing this to the guys who made the first Wolfenstein game. Their minds would be blown. That's some cool editing. I like that. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm a sucker for 80s and outrun style stuff, though.
Wolfenstein Youngblood releases on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on July 26th. And if you can't wait, stop by our E3 booth to play this week.
Last
Thank
year,
you.
I thought that they might. I think I misheard them last year because I thought it was coming out last summer. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting.
And now, I'd like to
Here we are,
welcome to the stage
one summer
my
later.
dear friends from Arcane Lyon who worked with us on these 2 Wolfenstein games, Dinga and Sebastian.
They got Sebastian? They were able to get Dinga and Sebastian? He pointed at him like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you'd be there. Like, we didn't rehearse this like 6 times.
We love you too.
That's Dinga and that's Sebastian.
Hi, I'm Dinga Bakaba and game director at Arcane Lyon.
Arcane Lyon.
I'm Sébastien Mitton, art director in the same studio.
So, along with partnering with our good friends at Machine Games on Wolfenstein, we've been
Wolfenstein?
working on other projects at Arcane Lyon. And tonight,
It's like, we
we're
don't want to
excited
just talk
to
about this
announce
game where
our latest first-person
showing
action
off.
game. It's something innovative, stylish, and different from anything we've done before.
Let me begin by saying bienvenue to the frozen island of Black Reef.
Cool Man says first
This
Wolfenstein
is a
game I played was
place
The New
of
Order.
mystery.
Yeah, it was a good one.
where
It was a
looks
really good one.
Can kill.
Played the hell out of it.
The game takes place during what we
And then I
say in
played
French
Old
is
Blood,
the
also
folie,
good.
a time
Smaller budget, you could
of
tell, but it's still
madness.
good.
And now that we've given you a small taste of the world, let us introduce you to our two deadly rivals, Colt and Juliana.
What's going on, Colt?
This isn't a paradise. It's a prison.
I haven't played the sequel either. Cool, man. I need to, because I liked it, the first one. Naki says, Chris, are you having fun or you're bored? I'll be real. During the Elder Scrolls Online stuff, a little bored with the presentation, but having fun talking to you. Otherwise, just generally having fun. I do like Wolfenstein. I do like Doom.
Is on this island.
And I can't let this go on any longer. The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am.
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
The only way to break this cycle
is to kill you.
Are they like the last survivors of a battle royale? This is my pull out of my ass guess. Oh, he just shot the hell out of her. She's alright.
Time is on my side.
Deathloop. It's interesting. I want to hear more, but I also like to see some gameplay, as always. There's a lot of CG trailers this year, huh?
Deathloop combines a mind-bending story with meticulously designed levels, and of course, arcane signature gameplay that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Because in the endless clash between these two extraordinary assassins, how you play is up to you.
Plus, I think it's really fucking cool.
They got no problems dropping F-bombs in this presentation.
Excuse my French.
Yeah, maybe maybe you should have said that in French, actually.
Maybe not.
But it's also pretty fucking true. Because we will take you on a trip unlike any other, and we really hope that you enjoy the ride.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very
Merci
much.
beaucoup. Naki, that's funny.
Wonderful way to
It's a Deathloop coming to iOS and Android.
all the pressures in life.
I think the sense of community has really helped me as a person because I'm typically very isolated.
It's definitely very confidence building.
It's brought me out of my shell and stopped being an introvert.
I could like be a hero and do all these things.
You find really creative, really fun, really talented people.
Meet people who are in my group that I've only known as a character.
Probably made more friends online than I have in real life.
The games that you bring out.
She got the
just
cat
help
ears.
People, honestly.
My parents were refugees from the Vietnam War, which is why I'm also fascinated by elements of war.
Playing these games just kind of put me out of the worry and the stress.
I was in a dark place for a while, and I told myself I wasn't going to be there anymore. And so now the only dark places that I'm allowed to go are in dungeons and ESO.
Just being someone who is LGBT, it's nice to be able to sit down and play these games and feel accepted for who I am.
It's really nice to see that their storyline has some sort of emotional effect on me as a player.
And I just really admire the creativity that goes into the process of making these big worlds with these amazing stories.
Are the stories amazing though? Are they really? Like, one of the things Doom prides itself is the stories. You can just completely skip it.
Comes from a passion to deliver the very best experiences for our players. Hi, I'm James Altman, Director of Publishing at Bethesda.
And I'm Robert Duffy, Chief Technology Officer at id Software.
Robert's excited to be here. He's nervous as hell.
Tonight we have some exciting new technology to show you that can dramatically improve gaming for millions.
Very nervous.
So for the past 2 decades, we've approached game development not by looking at what is possible today, but with a vision of what can be possible tomorrow. And at Bethesda, we're proud of our legacy of innovation, where again and again we've changed the industry. We were the first to use physics-based engines for sports games. We were groundbreakers with go anywhere, do anything, open world RPGs. We are the inventors of the first-person shooter, which is now the world's most popular form of gaming.
Inventors, huh?
We are pioneers in downloadable content and the first to bring mods to consoles. And actually, since we first brought mods to consoles in 2016, there have been 1 billion mod downloads for Fallout and Skyrim.
Pretty big.
We, of course, developed the first commercially viable VR technology revealed in our E3 booth in 2012. Yes, that is the original VR headset, held together by tape and worn by our very own Tim Willits. And of course, we are well known as developers of best-in-class engine technology with our id Tech engine. Innovation and creativity is in our DNA, and all of these advances were done with one goal in mind: to improve player experiences. So tonight, we have exciting new technology to announce.
We're going to show you the result of years of research and development. Cutting-edge game engine-based technology we've developed specifically for game streaming.
Now, we'd like to introduce you to Orion. Orion is a tremendous breakthrough in streaming technology. It is our name for a group of patented technologies that optimize game engines for performance in a cloud environment. Orion can work with any game engine and will improve player experiences no matter which game you're playing or whether you're streaming on Stadia, on xCloud, or another streaming platform. So, how does Orion work?
The exciting game streaming services you've been hearing so much about have largely focused on hardware solutions to address the complex challenges of streaming. There's a lot of words. We used our expertise in developing game engine software and took a different approach. By incorporating Orion technology at the game engine level, we're able to stream game content up to 20% faster per frame, leading to a dramatic reduction in latency.
Per frame.
In addition, an Orion-enabled game can stream with up to 40% lower bandwidth. And happily, for game developers, Orion technology is easy to integrate with your game build with our SDK.
Well, what does that mean for you? It means that streaming games will be faster and
clouds.
better with Orion. And Orion substantially reduces
Seems
the
to be
cost of
where the
streaming
industry
for
wants us to
players
go.
and for publishers. So
It's
it
gonna
won't
suck though if
matter
you live in an
your
area
friends
that
and
doesn't
family are
support
sucking up all the
high
bandwidth,
speeds.
or if you live far away from a data center. With Orion, you'll still be able to stream your game at max settings.
What chips am I eating? Chipotle. They're hit and miss, but today they're kind of hit. They really hit when they got the some good lime juice on them, some
one must ask
visible,
the question:
palpable
can it play Doom?
sea salt.
Good question.
Can it play Doom?
Can it stream an unrelenting, fluid,
I'm eating
first-person shooter
with hot salsa.
with native 4K resolution
I like
at
the hot
60
stuff,
frames
man.
per second? Let's see.
I'm gonna guess yes, it can.
I'd like to introduce I'd like to introduce Shale Williams, tech specialist from id Software,
Using his phone.
who is showing you just that here live on stage.
Would you guys do this? Would you take your controller with you and a holder
2016 right now
so you could
to that
stream
mobile device.
games?
As you can see, there is no reduction in visual fidelity. That's Doom at 60 frames per second without perceptible latency. And we want you all to experience this powerful streaming technology yourself as we test and refine it. So for a chance to be among the first in the world to stream Doom 2016 for free, all you need to do is join the Doom Slayers Club by registering at slayersclub.com tonight.
You guys excited about this future where you play you stream games to your phone? I guess there's something cool to it, but
Everybody could use a little more Doom in their lives.
I'm not sure it's ideal.
And we'll see you in hell.
Doom Eternal time.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. It is written. It is their time to give penance.
Is this taking place in heaven? I'm part of it? Won't it drain the battery life? Cool, man? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Most definitely.
They are no longer your people to save.
Narky says he's never going to be excited for streaming games. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hit and miss, but mostly right now I'm kind of negative towards it. This Doom Eternal, I like this. It's like the last game, but it's amped up to 11. This is dope. But yeah, cool, man. It drain your battery life pretty quick, I would think. Especially with current battery tech.
That was awesome. This is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Marty Stratton, the executive producer of Doom Eternal. And I'm... Thank you.
And I'm Hugo Martin, the game's creative director.
Never played Doom, cool, man? If you like first-person shooters, and if you're up for a challenge, like, because it's old school, it's health, no regenerating health, weapon wheels, so you can have as many weapons as you can hold, no reload button, it's dope. It's a really cool game. Definitely check it out. Doom 2016 on every system.
From heaven and hell to the Sentinel homeworld and beyond.
Yeah. There is so much to see and discover, but Doom is first and foremost about gameplay, and Doom Eternal promises to be the ultimate power fantasy. The fun comes from mastering the experience, because
when you try to hit the reload button in Doom,
the strongest,
you pull out your
fastest
chainsaw.
demon killer in existence, and nothing can stand in your way.
It's fun. It is fun.
Of course, the challenge in Doom is all about handcrafted combat, but also engaging level design. And in Doom Eternal, the game always has something that's new to throw at you, even deep into the campaign. Let's take a look.
What'd you think, Naki? Oh, that's new. Man, there's like platforming going on. This is feeling kind of Metroid Prime-ish, which is a good thing. One up. That's new. Intense. It is intense, but it's awesome. Yeah. It does look dope.
Thanks. You know, it's so important to us, at id Software that every aspect of the gameplay has real meaning to you, the player. Every enemy is different, every weapon has a purpose, and every decision you make really counts. The only path to victory in Doom Eternal is to aggressively
You heard of
control
Doom
the fight
because of Columbine
with
Massacre.
amazing
Man, I can go
agility,
on about that.
powerful guns, and critical resources.
When the Columbine
We
shooting
wait
happened,
for you to play it. Some of you
news
won't have to
stations
wait
went
too
crazy. Hold on a second. What is he gonna
long.
say?
If you are lucky enough to be in the room tonight,
Ugh. Some bitch.
you'll have a chance to play it immediately following the show.
When Columbine happened, news stations went crazy, and they named Doom, they named Wolfenstein, I'm sure, but they also named Pokemon. And my mom said, "What are those Pokemon games rated?"
Eternal playable in the Bethesda booth all week.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal.
But enough talk. Let's see how it all comes together. And watch as this perfect killing machine goes to work.
Just read a headline the other day that they might shut down this Columbine school because of people visiting it out of like morbid curiosity, like a tourist attraction.
Charting a flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Approaching planetary entry phase. Prepare for turbulence.
Alright, some straight gameplay, that's cool. This is old school, right? But it's in a good way. And Doom 2016 is not an easy game. It's tough, but it's rewarding. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Look at that guy up there. You gotta kill that, otherwise you get more of them, right? That's the, scout ant. Talking out my ass. Look at all the stuff there is to grab in this little area. Ah, this is cool. Kuma says this new Doom game looks fun. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. This is like pure adrenaline. This looks dope. And there's more mobility to it. Not that the first Doom or the Doom 2016 was bad by any means. It wasn't. But this is like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on, but it's like very manageable apparently if you know what you're doing. Shove it in his mouth. He didn't even turn around to see what happened. Off with your head. Royale. Literally. That's intense. That was all uncut. There's no cuts there. It's just, this is where they started, this is where they ended. That's dope.
Thanks.
All right.
That was classic. Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks. We're so excited because the gameplay that you just saw is just a piece of what you're going to play this week at E3. Yeah. But I bet a lot of you are wondering, when do we get to play Doom Eternal at our home?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to wait too much longer. Not quite tomorrow. But Doom Eternal will release on November 22nd.
This year. It's good. It's good. That girl wasn't too happy about it. She was like, I don't
We're
care.
very excited about that, and we've got something really special for Doom fans. An amazing collector's edition we're really proud of.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's an actual helmet.
Full size? Not cat size like Halo 3?
You could wear that thing.
My head's big. I don't think I can fit it. I don't think my head will fit in there.
This guy's already got it.
That's right.
Already a badass.
He's already got one on.
All right, well, we've got one more thing we know that you've been waiting to hear about. Our totally new Doom multiplayer experience.
All right. Yeah.
We call it
Crossplay. Crossplay.
We've been developing this in-house at id, and it's unlike anything you've played before.
Yeah. We've been so pumped at id.
Crossplay is needed.
This is pure Doom, but with your friends. Where two player-controlled demons take on one fully loaded Slayer in a fight to the death.
Whoa.
This is a first-person fighter, where it's demon strategy versus Slayer skill.
You know, we can't wait, because we know you'll love the different play styles of the various demons.
Interesting.
Because each has unique movement, attacks, and abilities.
They can even spawn AI demons to control the battlefield and help you take down the Slayer. It's strategic, competitive, and it's a ton of fun. And we can't wait to share more details with you this year at QuakeCon.
Like it says, Doom Battle Royale. I don't like it. I hope not. Doesn't seem like. It seems like they're going the opposite direction. They said it's gonna be 3 players, multiplayer, 3 players.
On behalf of our amazing team at id in Dallas and Frankfurt, Germany, we want to thank you all so much for your support.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's not easy, but I tried. Here's the multiplayer trailer.
Fight.
1 fully loaded, 2 unleashed player demons.
Demon health critical. Slayer health critical. Slayer killed. Round 2.
Round 2.
Demon summon. Final round. Fight.
That's a unique spin. I like it. You don't have to rely and wait forever for a room to get filled with 16 people.
Another round of applause,
Not
please,
bad.
for Marty Hugo and all of our presenters tonight. And for everyone at our studios around the globe that have worked so hard on the great games you've seen tonight, we say thank you.
You're welcome.
2019
Oh, I didn't make
marks
it.
25 years of
You're
Doom.
welcome.
So, to celebrate, we will be going all out with Doom at QuakeCon this summer. We're adding a whole host of panels and activities dedicated to Doom, which we call DoomCon. Yeah, see what we did there? We took out the Quake and put Doom. We hope you can come hang out with us in Dallas at our inaugural event in London. If you can't, please tune in online. Until then, go to Bethesda.net for more info on all the games you saw tonight. If you're here at E3 this week, we'll have hands-on with many of our games, so be sure to stop by our booth. In the meantime, thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and thanks to all of you for being part of the Bethesda community. Have a great night.
Adios, muchacho.
At Bethesda, we're in the business of creating heroes.
But the true hero is you.
It's like we hand you this malleable clay and you do these extraordinary things that we never could have imagined.
We get to build these worlds and these communities, and you all come in and you play, and you bring these worlds that we create to life.
You help us build richer worlds.
You add meaning to everything we do.
We are glad you're here.
I had no idea it was so important to them.
To the heroes.
Kanpai.
To you.
So what'd y'all think? What'd y'all think of the Bethesda show? Getting a little recap. Wasn't a fan. They talked about mobile games way more than my liking. Commander Keen showed promise at first, and then I was quickly disappointed. Fallout 76, I don't care, but at least they're actually trying to present a game that they should have presented in the first place. Wolfenstein looks awesome. Doom looks awesome. Overall, safe show, but not bad by any means. That's how I feel about it. What y'all think? What y'all think? Do you like it? The way I look at the Bethesda aesthetic is it's something that doesn't age well. You know, they always tend to go for realistic graphics, and historically that doesn't age well. Like the Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker for GameCube, it used the cel-shaded art style. It still looks good to this day because of the art style. It doesn't aim for realism in any way. It's more cartoony, and so it ages very well. It ages gracefully. Bethesda games, I don't think age gracefully when it comes to graphics. Naki says, Doom Eternal was the best thing ever. Yeah, it was awesome. The Doom Eternal looked great. Can't wait for that game. But as far as, like I said, as far as the aesthetics, I don't think Bethesda games age very well at all. For the moment, they're good. But they tend to be, they tend to embody the stereotype of a game that is, it was a stereotype that kind of sprung up last generation during the PS3, Xbox 360 days, where they said, oh, every game looks just like various shades of brown and gray. And I think Bethesda kind of embodies that. Their games are brown and gray and earth tones of green and whatever. But they do make some interesting looking stuff, and that's why I thought they were worth streaming today. So yeah, I couldn't care less about the mobile stuff, but the how do I get this to, hold on a tick. Hang on a tick. I'm just gonna throw on something in the background here. We will throw on Doom Eternal trailer.
Peggy 18.
How about them apples? We'll do that. Yeah, I liked it. I liked, I don't think that's where I was talking about. I was talking about Doom. The Doom stuff looks cool. I like Doom. And the Wolfenstein sequel looked pretty good too. I really liked the fluidity and movement. So it just really made me think I really got to get around to playing Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus. Is that what it's called? Like I said, I beat the previous Wolfenstein game and the DLC, which is The Old Blood, I think. Both very good stuff. So Bethesda and id, they make some really good games. I just don't think they age well graphically. However, I'm digging Doom. I like Doom 2016 quite a bit. Bought it twice. Might buy it thrice for the PC. I have it on the PS4 and the Switch. But I might buy it on PC just to get that full, amazing graphical fidelity plus mouse control, which is always good, especially for a game like Doom. Anyway, I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments section. And don't forget that you can subscribe to us. Lately, most of my energies have been going towards the podcast, which is Chris to Chris, available on UPNLOADED.com, as well as anywhere podcasting apps or podcasts are sold for free. We're on pretty much every podcasting app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Podcast Republic, etc., etc., etc. And, of course, we are on UPNLOADED.com. You could stream it from our website or download it to your phone or tablet or computer. And I highly recommend that you do. So, yeah, please check us out. We have a video game segment. It is a comedy podcast. That's the focus, but every week we do have a segment in the show that focuses on video games. And it's not like a super long show or anything. It's just a fun show. We like to keep it fun. It's just something you can listen to while you're cleaning your house, while you're driving to work, driving to school, you're on the bus, the train, anywhere you want, or you're in the gym, whatever it is. Anywhere you could have some headphones in your ears, or you could play it on in the background. That's what we're here for. And it's just to make your life a little bit more entertaining. And we have a good time with it. And I definitely enjoy your interactions with it. So we like your listener questions. We answer questions every single week. And it's just a good time. So please join us. The show's called Chris to Chris. And if you like it, go ahead and give us a nice review. That would be helpful. It helps us get out there. We want to get 8 billion people listening to the show. Granted, there are not currently 8 billion people on planet Earth, but we would like to have 8 billion people listening by the time we have 8 billion people on Earth. So it's a conservative goal, but I think we can get it. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening and watching. We are going to do this again on Tuesday with Nintendo, the Nintendo Direct for E3 2019. We'll do that Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 12, I believe, East Coast time. And wherever you are in the world, just please look that up on Google, because apparently I can't. Yeah, guys, you guys have been great. I don't like to keep you hanging for too damn long, so I'll go ahead and end this now. And we will do this again on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Maybe we'll recap a little bit earlier, talk about Square and Ubisoft. We'll see. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and please check out the podcast. Really like to see you there. Have a good one, and talk to you later.